may be seated.
Hello, Your Honor. This is a case of Johnson Lee versus Longshore.
Thank you, Jerome.
You're welcome.
Good day, everyone. Ms. Johnson, you have brought your teenage son to court to get the results of a paternity test to prove that he is not the father of the defendant's son, Caden. You say you've always had big plans for your son's future, and you're concerned that if this child is his, those dreams may now never come true. Ms. Longshore, you state that you are positive Mr. Lee is your son's father, even though he claims to have been a virgin before you met and that he slept with you only one time.
Yes,
you are hoping today's results will finally put an end to your search for your son's biological father.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Johnson, how can you be so certain that your son's not the father?
I wasn't around. This happened when I was at work, supposedly. So I don't know what's going on. And then on top of that, there was another guy tested.
How did you even find out about all of this?
One Saturday, I believe, when I had a day off of work, I was going through my Facebook messages because I don't check them a lot because it's just family and they have my number. And I had a message from Miss Longshore. And she was very apologetic in the letter and understood that I would be angry. And she had informed me that they had sexual relations at my home when I was at work.
And then she also obviously indicated that she thought your son was the father.
Initially, she thought somebody else was.
Okay.
No.
Well, that's what you told me, and I have the Facebook message right here.
It was between,
Jerome, would you please hand me
Sure.
that piece of evidence? Thank you.
See, when it started off, she initially told me that she didn't even think I was the father.
I had sex with a different guy, and we thought he was the father, but it turns out he's not. I've written Chevy several times on a DNA test, and he doesn't seem to care. I know you're going to be mad, and I completely understand why, but I need to know who my son's father is.
Well, the only reason why I wrote him on Facebook is because I had no way to contact him. I moved all the way to Ohio. I didn't have a phone number, I didn't have nothing. Facebook was the only way for me to contact them. And he never responded to any of the Facebook messages I sent him, so that's why I messaged his mom. I finally found her on Facebook.
And I'm glad that she did, but he's denying what she's saying because, speak up, son.
Well, I talked to her on Facebook, like we had a conversation on Facebook, and at first she was telling me like, oh, I'm pregnant, but I don't think you're the father. I had sex with other guys, it shouldn't even be you. And then afterwards, after the baby was born, she was like, oh, don't worry, it don't look like you, you're not the father. So I wasn't even worried.
I never said that. I told you plenty of times Caden looks just like you. Why are you lying in court?
No, you
Please
never
stop.
said that.
Please
in
stop.
the picture, you even tried to make him look like me afterwards, after you said, oh, we tested the other guy, so it has to be you.
No, not at
So
all.
tell me about how you two even got together.
We went to the same high school.
Okay.
We were never together. It was a friendship type
It was
thing,
a
and we ended
one-night
up having sex
fling
one
type
day, and I got pregnant.
With
And we
a
were
house
never
full of people,
together.
Judge.
We weren't.
And it wasn't like we ended up having sex. She was coming after this. This was not
You got
at all.
pregnant.
I was coming after that.
Yeah, she was
That
checking
is
on
what
me.
he-
It wasn't
Wow, I was
Okay.
coming after that. That's crazy.
Well, if this
See-
baby ends up being yours, it's going to be checking on you, too.
Yeah.
Every month. This is not a laughing matter.
But that's just the thing.
This is
It's
not a
gonna be
laughing
me
matter.
every month, not him. You know, he's got a future. And I told him before, if this is your baby, whatever I gotta do, I'll do it. Because I want him to finish college. I want him to go. I want him to achieve his dreams. I never got to achieve mine, okay? And I want that for him. And I was this young lady's age when I had my first kid. So it's not that I don't understand the struggle, but I know you gotta work at it. Ain't nobody just gonna give you nothing. And there's no reason for me to just accept a child when he was 5 months old when I got the Facebook message, okay?
But I told your son before he even hit 5 months old.
He did. You did.
That's not my fault that your son didn't come and tell you.
But you also told him that it wasn't his. So
because
he
it could have
felt-
been a possibility it was somebody else's.
Right, so that's why he didn't tell me. Because why face my wrath if he don't even know if this is his kid?
I'm not one for hiding the truth, but until he knew for sure that it could be him, he laid low and didn't tell his mama.
like, we never even saw her pregnant. We never saw pictures of her pregnant. It was
Thank
like,
you.
it was like just a baby out of nowhere.
Facebook.
What?
Pregnant. You were tagged in my sonogram before you deleted me. What are you talking about?
Who?
You never added me.
Beyonce was.
You never added me.
Yes, I did.
I never saw a sonogram. I've never seen you on Facebook. I don't know what you're talking about.
We gotta get some order in the court.
Please, may I
We're
say
tagging people in a sonogram now.
Judge,
I've
please,
never
can
seen
I
a
say
sonogram.
something? Judge, please, Judge.
No. I'm on tagged in a sonogram. I want to understand. You tag his name in the sonogram. That's what you did?
I tagged his Facebook in the sonogram, yeah.
So my
she
point
couldn't
is,
tag
did you
me.
tag him and the other guy?
No.
Your Honor, I'm his Facebook friend. If she did that, I would have seen it because that's why I have a Facebook page to keep tabs on him and his brother. Because I know when they go out there, they're gonna be doing stuff. I'm not crazy, so I check up on them. And when I see stuff, and my mother do too.
true, Your Honor.
All of my family is his friend. So whatever goes down, if I don't catch it, my mama gonna call me and say, pull that boy in. Okay? So I don't know what she's talking about.
Miss Johnson, you don't have to explain to me. I'm friends with my nephew on his Facebook page, too. Because you got to look sometimes and make sure these young people are doing the right thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Or we may end up in paternity court.
And here we are.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. Now, Miss Johnson, one of your concerns, and I see the passion as you speak directly to me, is you want to break a cycle
Yes, ma'am.
in your own life.
I was in college early at 16, and I didn't realize that between, sessions that you had to go somewhere. I was homeless, I had nowhere to go. So I moved to Philadelphia where my mom and my aunt was, and I met my oldest son's father, and I got pregnant. But I feel like my child saved my life because I didn't really care about my life until I got pregnant with my first son. And I realized, that God gave me this ability to have a baby. That's so powerful. And it feels great to feel the moving inside of you. And I had this love, and I was keeping my baby. And I used my son as inspiration to try to be a better person, to do what I got to do, to be on my grind. And that's what I did, Your Honor. When I was her age, I had a full-time job, went right back to work. I was working through my whole pregnancy. As soon as I had the baby, I went back to work.
So, Miss Johnson, you said you were homeless.
Yes.
What was your childhood like growing up?
My mother had some substance abuse issues, but she's made great strides to improve and change her life. So I know it can be done. Thank you.
With her mother as an addict, like she raised her siblings, she raised all her brothers, and I was raised up with them.
So you know your mother's a very strong woman.
Yes, I do, Your Honor. I know
And-
she'll do whatever it takes just to get us fed.
You also know how much she wanted something different for you.
I had the football career planned out. I had the junior college that I was going to go to. And if this child comes, I won't be able to do that. It just terrifies me. It's like I was looking at females, but I wasn't trying to do anything like that. I was just strictly on my football career.
And so what happened that day? You couldn't find any football to think about?
Like, what are you making it seem like this is just
Look,
me or something?
there wasn't
Like,
no game on.
how is it
You
just
know-
my fault? How is it just my fault? You had sex with me too. I didn't have sex with myself. Like, come on now, get it together. Why didn't you think smart enough
When
to
you're
put a
gonna come
condom
over
on?
every day
I don't
and
walk
just
around
throw
with
it at me,
condoms.
I can't say no, Feb.
No,
If
he
you're
had-
gonna come over every day and just throw it at
I
me,
didn't
like,
come
oh,
to
you
your
want
house
some?
every day, so stop lying. Stop trying to make me seem like I'm a hoe, because you got it all twisted.
Do you believe she manipulated this?
Yeah, because he was a
That's
virgin.
what you
I
believe?
manipulated it.
She was on the prowl,
You
like
think
she was
she
after me.
seduced
He
you,
didn't go
set
there.
you up?
Yep.
Like
set you
I
up.
never met any of her family. I never went to her house. I didn't even know where she stayed
You
at
haven't met any of
until
my
she came
family?
over.
You haven't met none of my family. You didn't meet my brother who went to the same
Miss
school as us?
Longshore,
I was
let me
after
ask you
it.
this,
Come
Miss
on now, get it
Longshore.
together.
So you two weren't even dating. You were saying you were just friends.
Yes.
And that's what I thought.
Did you want to be more than a friend?
I did like him, and he needs to stop acting like he didn't like me back, because you was telling everybody at school that you liked me.
I
So
liked
stop
her
acting like
too,
you didn't.
Judge.
Stop
I
acting
liked
like
her
it's just
too.
me, dude. Don't try to put a front on the
When I
court.
met her,
Don't
I
do
liked
it.
her.
You get shut down. Don't do
She
it.
was a nice young lady. She seemed very respectful, and I thought she was cute. Okay, so I didn't really have a problem with her. So even the day that she left, because both of us was homeless at the same time, staying at the motel. Okay, that's where we lived. She left before I did. It took me about 1.5 years to save up enough money to actually have an apartment to get out of the situation because we had lost our home and we didn't have anywhere to go because they don't have like shelters and stuff sitting around in Florida. You gotta make it happen. So that's what we did, you know? So that's where I met her. And I didn't have any issue with her. And then when she moved to Ohio, I gave her a hug and said goodbye and everything. I ain't had no problem with her until I got the Facebook message and I'm shaking inside because I'm working 2 jobs. What the hell are y'all doing? Seriously.
And you're right. You are completely right. You are completely right. There's no wrong in you about it. And I know I made a mistake.
This is how I feel. If you get pregnant, that's your responsibility.
And I am.
Mama's baby, Papa's maybe, sweetie.
And I am.
If he had the baby,
I can play mommy and daddy all day.
I would know that that's my grandchild. I'm sorry. So you got to stand up and do something or fall for everything.
And I am.
Period. And I was your age and I had to stand up. So I know
you should know exactly where I'm coming from.
I do.
All right, then.
But you got to be stronger.
And I'm trying.
Honey,
you don't live where I live. You don't do what I do. You don't have what I have. You don't have to go through what I go through, okay? You're an adult. I've been homeless with my son on the streets.
And so was I.
Okay, so you should know where I come from.
Exactly, and I got off when I did something.
And I'm trying.
Stop being a victim.
I'm not.
You are. You are.
I can play mommy and daddy all day.
Really?
With no problem.
Really?
I'm here for my son, not for me.
So then,
Let's get some order. I needed and I wanted to let that play out because that was what you call raw testimony. And it allowed me to see something that I think is truly interesting that Ms. Longshore, you may be missing. There's a part of Ms. Johnson that relates to exactly where you are. Mm-hmm. There's a level of caring that she's expressing for you if you listen to her words. It's not hatred that she feels towards you. It's hurt. Mm-hmm. And let me have a woman-to-woman mother moment with you. At the end of the day, women have the choice. I don't care if you were after him, he was after you, it doesn't matter. He can't come in unless you open the door, right?
Wide open.
I don't need anything from the peanut game, Mr. Lee. My point is, this was consensual. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because of that, as a woman, you've got to know going forward that the buck does stop with you. Because whether he decides to use a condom or use protection, this is him or any man. You make the call, because it's your body.
You're absolutely
correct. And every woman in this room that's a mother knows, at the end of the day, that baby's looking right at you. And Mr. Lee?
Yes, Your Honor.
It's only so long you can hide behind your mother.
Oh.
Now,
I remember that.
one thing's for sure, she's a strong woman, but she can't hide you from me.
Oh, I'm not trying to hide, Your Honor.
Because I see what's going on.
Your Honor, I'm not trying to hide.
What I don't want you to do with your handsome football-playing, bright-futured self is to think you are without responsibility and that this is a joke. Ain't no shoulder brushing in here, sweetie. You got in the game.
I'm not denying my part in this.
So, now that you in the game, you got to figure out how to score, right? You got to figure out how to win. Have you paid for anything as it relates to the child? Have
yes,
you
Your Honor, I sent her money. I sent her what I could while I was still working.
So I need to ask you this, Mom.
Yes, ma'am.
Did he send it or did you send it for him?
I made him send it because I didn't have sex with her. He did.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? But
Good.
this was the thing, though. It's like, when the amount of money she was asking for, I didn't understand why so little. I really didn't understand.
Why so little?
Yes, because she has a father and a stepmother, you know, so it made me question, you know? Little things like that, you know, I just didn't get it.
That's what fueled your doubt even further regarding the situation.
Yes, ma'am.
For me to ask my parents for stuff, they don't have it to give it to me.
So, but what makes you think I do?
It's worth to try to ask, though, isn't it? When it comes to my son.
I got 4 kids that I'm struggling to feed. 2 is big dudes, and I got 2 little girls that's growing every other day, and you got 1 damn kid. Find
and I
money.
understand that. That's what I was trying to do.
That's what I mean about not being a victim and being a survivor. Because I was your age and I made it happen. You can make it happen
Miss
too.
Longshore.
You're stronger than you think, baby. You're stronger than you think.
You know, I think it's time for the results.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
I know you all are ready to know. Jerome, do you have the envelope?
I certainly do. There you go, Your Honor.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
In the case of Johnson, Lee versus Longshore, these results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. As it pertains to 18-month-old Caden Longshore, Mr. Lee, it is without question you are Caden's.
I told you. Told you. I ain't got nothing left to say. Told you. Nothing left to say. Nothing left to say. Kiss my.
Can I see my grandchild, please?
Jerome, can you please go see if you can
Just hang tight.
get Miss Longshore together?
I need to see my grandson, Your Honor, please. Please, I've never seen him. I never touched him.
Miss
Please, Your
Johnson,
Honor.
I am going to do my best to make that happen.
Oh, my God.
Please take a
I
seat.
feel dizzy.
Deontay, sit your mother down, please. Have a seat.
Oh. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh.
Here, listen. Wipe your eyes.
Oh, my God.
I'm so glad you have the truth.
Thank you for making it happen. Thank you so much.
That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. It's very important for families to get the truth because that doubt would have always distanced you.
I don't hate her. I don't.
Look, here it comes. Here it comes.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey, little man. Hi, little man. I'm Grandma. Come here, let me look at you.
Can I hold my son?
Okay, you can hold your
Can I
son.
hold my son?
Oh, my God. Wait. Hi, baby. Oh, I love you so much already. Let me see your little stinky feet. Let me see your little stinky feet. Oh, look at him. Look at him. Oh, he's got your toes, Cisco. Mwah. Mwah.
I want you to make sure you allow them to love that baby the way they already
I
do.
wouldn't be here if I didn't want them to.
Good.
Get ready to
Jerome, can you grab the gavel, please? On that note,